Well, it's official. I've made it. Just a few weeks into my career and I've already reached my peak. I made it onto Zach Gellens' Market Monday down in San Diego. If you don't already know, Zach Gellens, part of Berkshire Hathaway down in San Diego, and the Gellens team, runs something called Market Monday, where he breaks down what's going on in the real estate market in San Diego. Now, we all know that the best form of flattery is compensation, and the second best form of flattery is impersonation. I'm going to bring you Market Mondays for the Orange County area. Each week, we're going to break down either Orange County as a whole or a certain city within and tell you guys what's going on in the local market right now. Now, I know looking at data can be super boring for some people, so what I'm going to do is try to make this as quick as possible and also break it down for the numbers that I think are just most important for you to understand. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's get started with today's Market Monday. What's going to pop up on the screen over here is a table full of the full market report. In order to make this a little bit more digestible and easier to read, I'm going to highlight a few that I think are the most important for everyone to know. We're going to start off with inventory. If you've been following the market at all, you've probably heard that inventory has been very, very low for the past year and a half or so. We do have some good news though. April is up almost 88% compared to last April's inventory. Now, to put that into context though, if we think back, April of last year was the beginning of quarantine and pandemic times, so inventory was very, very, very low that month of 2020. So to say that we are up 87% compared to last year, it is good, but it's worth keeping it in that context. So the thing everybody wants to know is what's going on with the average sales price. As you can see, we are up almost 33% from last April. That is massive for buyers and sellers to be aware of. As you can see, that average sales price is shooting straight up. I highlighted what last April was compared to this April so you can see just how crazy the growth has been in these home prices. Now, another key statistic that we compare that with is the days on market. Days on market just tells you how quickly on average are homes being sold. As you can see, this April of 2021 was down 20% from last April, from 30 to 24. That means homes are selling for only 24 days on average. The black line is following the days on market. You can see that recently that has been shooting straight down. That means that homes are selling faster and for more money than they have in the past 3 years. Now, if we jump quickly back to the table, you're going to see the last key statistic on here that I think is really important to look at. This is going to be the list to sales price ratio. What this shows you is how much on average were properties selling over or below their original listing price. So if this percentage is over 100%, that means that homes are selling for more than what they originally listed at. Whereas if it's under 100%, that means they're selling for less than what they originally listed at. As you can see from this graph, that percentage has been climbing higher and higher recently. Now, this is the last graph. It's called the month's supply of inventory, or the MSI. What this is going to show you is the properties for sale divided by the properties sold. It's basically a reference point to see, based on the current demand and the current supply, how long should the homes on the market actually last. So as you can see, we are down below 1 month at this point. And if you look across that entire graph for all those blue bars, we're below every single month in the past 3 years. That reinforces the idea that, again, this is heavily a seller's market. So what does this mean for sellers and buyers? Sellers, if you haven't put your home on the market and you have any hint of you thinking, maybe I should, do it. It's probably the best time to sell in order to cash in and take advantage of this crazy, crazy market. Now, what we've seen as an office is that the sellers who are listing their homes at a fair market value are going to bring in more interest, and especially qualified interest. This is really important. You don't want just every buyer throwing out numbers at you when they're not qualified or pre-approved. When you get all of these offers, it starts a bidding war, and you have a really good opportunity of selling your home for more than you listed it at. Now, on the other side, for buyers, you need to put your best foot forward. That all starts with talking to a lender and finding out just how much you can afford and what your loan structure is going to be. Now, we have a great in-house option for lending. Her name is cynthia.Kramer. I'll put her number down in the description below. Another tip for buyers, you're going to need to move quickly. So that's why it's so important to get all of your chips in a row. A friend of mine, actually my physical therapist, she sold her house in 2 days with 4 offers on it just recently in Irvine. If that isn't a testament enough to show you how quickly these homes are selling, I don't know what is. Look, I know that's a lot of information. So if you want your own report sent directly to you, comment down below, text me, DM me, call me, email me, whatever, just get in touch with me and let me know. I'll send it to you so that you can check it out on your own pace and at your own time for the market that you're actually in. I want my friends to be as educated as possible because this market is crazy right now and the people who are prepared are going to do the best. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys again next week. Get your shades, get your surfboards, because we're headed to Newport Beach.